Hi everybody, it's Lene. Thanks for stopping by my channel today. Today we are going to be making a very special Valentine with lots of panels and flaps. And if you've been watching my channel for a little while, you know that's the kind of card I like. I like them very interactive. This card is going to be a Valentine for a friend. Who maybe needs a little pick-me-up during Valentine's Day, which can be kind of hard for some people that are maybe not with someone or in a hard relationship or they've lost someone. So it's a really good time of year to really focus on a friend and to send them something special. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I have someone in my life that I need to make a Valentine for. So I hope you stick around to the end of the video. If you do, I'll tell you how you can win this Valentine for your very own or to share with a friend. So stick around for that and let's make a Valentine together. All right, let's take a look at the paper pack I'm using. This is Romantic Florals 12 by 12 pattern cardstock from hot off the press. I'll link all of these items down below. This one is just gorgeous. It's very vintagey, Victorian even, and the colors are beautiful. Very muted tones, but lots of, it's muted in this way, but yet also beautiful and vibrant. I think it's perfect for Valentine's cards. It's got a whole sheet of cutouts as well. And then you get two of these, of each one of these signatures. All right, let's move this aside. So I'm going to be using from that collection these two sheets. So this one's got these beautiful rose borders around it. On the other side, it's got this muted pattern, which is gorgeous. Then there's this beautiful burgundy sort of tapestry with some sort of music down here. And then on the back, it's got these florals. I don't think I'm going to be using this side. And then we've got some really great cutouts. I'm thinking, friends till the end, that's great, but you are loved. That's a great one to cut out. And life is better with you. You make the world very special. These are all things that can be very friend related. Now, if you don't have a friend that you're sending them to, this is great as well for just your standard Valentine. I also have some Dazzle stickers I'm going to be bringing in, but to get started, I'm using two cards. This is two 5 by 6.5 inch cards, and this technique for using these panels couldn't be more simple. I love a simple card that looks amazing. So we're going to take one of these and cut it down. Okay, so I'm going to cut it down. See, I wrote this down now. I cut it down to, it's 5 by 6.5. So I'm just going to cut 1/2 inch off of this side right here. So this is going to be 4.5 inches by 5.5 inches. So let's take a look what that looks like. Here we go. All right, so I'm going to cut it down like that. So as you can see, I've cut 1 inch off the top and 1/2 inch off the side. That's all. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and keep these two actually. And now what we're going to do is we're going to turn this one so the fold is on the right, and this one is going to go inside it. And after we cover it with paper, we're going to glue this one in place right here. So it has this nice little border around it. And then you're going to do that, and you're going to do that. So that when you open it up, you have this nice presentation area here for greeting. Look at that. And this is going to have a nice border around it. Couldn't be more simple. I love it. All right, so I'm going to get some paper cut down, and I'll be right back. All right, I've got my paper all cut down. So these papers measure, I've got 3 here. These go for the larger card. And this measures 4 3/4 inch by 6 1/4 inch. And you're going to need 3 of them. This panels are for the smaller card, And this is 4 1/4 of an inch by 5 1/4 inch. All right. To make that a little easier, if you're using a different size card, you just want the panels to fit like this so they have a nice border around each one. That's all you need to do. And you need to do it 3 times for each size. All right, so let's start by gluing these in place. So the first thing I'm going to do is make sure my direction is going in the right, everything's going in the right direction. So you have the larger card with the fold on the right and the smaller card with the fold on the left. So we're going to start by gluing. I think I am going to do a little inking. I love to ink things. So I'm using just a nice kind of a happy medium brown. This is Friar Brown. And I'm using brown to go with just this vintagey look. Okay, and I think I'm just going to do just some quick on some of these. In fact, that one probably doesn't need it so much, but the ones that have sort of tan edges, it's nice to give them a little bit of a darker edge. Just like that. How do you guys feel about inking your edges? I always wonder if I'm like, if I overdo it, if it doesn't matter to anybody else but me, if it's just a detail that is just lost on the card. I'd be very interested to know. I want to keep those in the right order. I have cut these down so that certain parts of the roses are showing, and so that I have a nice feature. Oops. And I'll kind of go through that as we move along. Okay, I don't think I'll do too much on this one. All right. So the first one is this nice burgundy. It's going to go down first on the top of the largest card, and here's why. When this is in here, this is just going to frame this really nicely. All right, and you could use whatever glue you like. I like Cosmic Shimmer, and I don't generally tend to use a lot of glue. I tend to get those corner pieces and the sides where the card is handled the most. You have a good quality glue, it's not going to go anywhere. All right, then the next thing we're going to do is open this up, and we're going to glue a really pretty panel with lots of roses on the inside. Okay. This card is such an easy and pleasurable card to put together. Now, I know the back of this one is absolutely gorgeous, and you're probably screaming, use that side, but I'll tell you what, I wanted something a little more muted to go here because it's just going to get covered up. I know. You could just even use plain cardstock if you'd like. All right, so this card is covered. Now let's go to this one. This one, I want to have a nice little border going along the top. We are going to put something here around the center, but I just want a nice presentation. It's the first thing that our friend is going to look at when they open this card. There we go. We're going to open that one. This one has a nice little rose. I like when flowers kind of run off the edge of the card instead of just being bang right in the center. All right, and here we've got this really pretty burgundy again. I know, isn't that gorgeous? But it's just going to get covered up, so we're going to put that right there. All right, so we've got our two cards like this and like this. Okay, now the next step is on the back of this card, I'm going to put some glue a little bit heavier on this one, especially right along that fold because we don't want it falling out. And I'm just placing this right here. Now what's great about using glue instead of like a tape runner or something like that when you're placing this is you want it centered so that when you do this, you can move it around or manipulate it a little bit, and the glue will give you a little opportunity to do that. All right, so let's take a flip through of this. We're almost done. This one. And isn't that a pretty presentation? So easy. All right, so now we have some cutouts. I'm using that sheet of cutouts. Let me grab it again so I can show you guys. Where did I put it? Here it is. All right, so I'm using this sweet little carnation right here, and I just used a cutting die right there, and this is a 2.5 inch cutting die. You could cut it out by hand. Circles can be a little precarious. Cutting out this piece right here. You are loved. And then I'm not sure if I'm going to use these, but I cut these out too. All right, so I also have some doilies. So these are just very inexpensive 4-inch round white paper doilies. And I do want to do a little bit of inking around the edge just to give it a little bit of a vintage look. This is that same ink that I used along the edges. We just want a little color. Like that. All right, so this is going to go right here. Doesn't that look nice? And that's going to be our nice little part of the front. And we're going to put a little foam tape on that. Now you could take this, come on. You could take this doily and everything and just glue this right to the front and be done. But I think I'm going to do something with a belly band. Okay, so I have cut this. This is 12 inches and it's 1 3/4 inch wide. All right, and I'm not sure. I think I'm going to use this side, even though not much of it's going to show. That's okay. And really, I should just worry about inking the long edges because this part right here is going to get covered up. All right, so we're going to put these two things aside, and then we're going to open this up, and we have this nice spot right here where we can have another little doily. I'm going to go ahead and just quickly ink the rest of these. There we go. We missed a little spot there. All right, so that's going to go right here. And then I just like to put a few dots around the outside edge here to keep that beautiful little doily in place. Probably shouldn't have put done that with, don't do that with on top of your card because now I have little glue dots around here, and then when this gets shut it could get glued together. All right, now we're going to put this piece right here, and we're going to put, I think I'm going to turn it so this is a bit of a rectangle. I put this piece right on top. We're going to need a little bit more foam tape. Didn't grab enough foam tape. Do you guys use a lot of foam tape? I'm curious. Let me know in the comments. I use a lot of foam tape. Not necessarily a lot to cover my pieces, but I use it on almost every card that I do. I find if you buy it in the jumbo roll, it's more economical, and I'll link my jumbo roll down below the video. All right, nice presentation there. We're going to open that up. And then because this is a dark pattern, it will be a little difficult to write on there. That's why I've left area here and here for writing messages on. And then we've got life is better with you. And then you make the world very special. Kind of the same sentiment, you know? We could use either one. I think I like life is better with you. All right, that's gonna go right there. And then as I said, we have opportunities here and here for writing. You know what, I think I was gonna put a I was gonna put a doily back there. Let's see if I can utilize the glue I already have there. All right, good job. I have to congratulate myself when I mess up. All right, there. Yay on remembering, Lene. Okay, that looks nice. I like how that looks. All right, so now I have got to shut this right here, and we're going to focus on the belly band. So as I said, this was 12 inches by 1 3/4 of an inch. I've inked the edges right here, and I'm going to place that here. And then I'm just going to sort of wrap my card just like that. And then we're going to put a little bit of glue here, here. And you know, you don't want it super tight. You want to be able to move it easily. There we go. And then this can go right there on top of that. Doesn't that make a nice, pretty presentation? For that, we don't want to get glue anywhere else but right on the belly band, so I'm just going to place that right there. Okay, making sure you can still move that with ease. All right, and now I'm going to add a few little stickers. I have got some Dazzle stickers here that say things like friend, things like that, so I'm going to use those. When applying stickers and removing them from the backing sheet, I like to take just a little pokey tool and just pull them up just like this. Kind of helps keep them from stretching, but as you can see, they can be a little noodle-like. Come on, there we go. That one was really noodly. All right, and then I just take that and we're going to put that right there at the bottom. If you see how I kind of drug it across the edge there, and then we can just take our little pokey tool and sort of tap that down. Make sure you like where it's placed, and then just use your fingertip to kind of burnish that. All right, so there we go. And then, you know what? That's a little off center. I might have to fix that later. This is a good opportunity for me to show you when things go awry. Just lift that up. That's the thing about these stickers, is that you do have a window where you can manipulate them. I wouldn't be able to do that in an hour or so. All right, there we go. We've got the You Are Loved. And then let's just add, there's a cute little hugs right here. We could put that here, or we can put that right over here. Let's see what else we've got. There's another little love you. And I'm sort of placing these so we have room to write a little message on there. All right, my last thing is I want to add a few of these little hearts. They're nice and red and sparkly. We can just add those sort of amongst our flowers right there. Get that belly band back on. Come on. Come on, belly band. There we go. Woo! All right. And then we can put some very tiny little hearts right here, because it is Valentine's Day. All right. So that's it, you guys. A sweet little card for a friend. And I was going to tell you how you can win this card to keep or to share with a friend. And what you need to do is, if you want to support my little endeavor for my little channel, a like, comment, and subscribe will put you into a contest to win this. And there's one more step. You need to watch next week's video. Watch the video, and hidden within the video is the name of the winner, and then I will send this to you. You'll get some snail mail, and as I said, you can keep it or you can send it to a friend who might really need it this Valentine's. Thanks so much for joining me today, you guys. I have so much fun making these videos and hearing from you in the comments. It's really encouraging for me to keep making things and sharing them with you, so I would really appreciate that. And I'll see you in the next one.